All right, guys, we in here. Ready to get started?
Absolutely.
Look at Jamila. Okay, I see you. Okay, I see you. I see you.
Y'all see me?
I see you. 3, 2, 1. Top Hill, episode 67. Hey. Welcome to another episode of the Top Hill Podcast, sponsored by Quality Touch Studios. I am your boy, Imani Boss.
And I'm your girl, Jamila, with her own boss.
And yes, thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate you guys. And anybody listening to all the streaming platforms, Apple, Spotify, Google, etc., we appreciate you guys. So this episode, we have... This is like my family, man. We pretty much grew up together, you know what I mean? This is my man's 100 grand. He go by the name of Blake. He is representing NonStop Auto Source. Come on through, bro. Hey!
Yes, welcome to the Top Hill Pod.
What's up, bro?
Thank you.
What's up, man? Okay, that's a firm handshake. Okay. That's a business handshake.
Bullshit.
Right,
Bullshit.
bullshit. Okay, he's like, look, man, stop playing with me.
I don't know why you're
Some days.
surprised. That's all we have on the podcast. It's straight
Exactly.
bosses.
Straight bosses, man. How you doing today, bro?
Good. How about y'all doing?
I'm good, man. I'm
Amazing.
good, man. You know, chilling. You know, down here in the neck of the woods where we kind of, you know, it's our old stomping grounds out
Old
here.
stomping ground.
Good
times.
Cutting through houses, you know.
Yards, houses.
Yeah, leaving our footprint out here. But anyway, man, tell us about you. Tell us who Blake is first, and then we're gonna dive into NonStop Auto Source.
Me, my name is Blake. 27. Love to run the roads. Kind of chilling a little bit just to focus on business. That's about it.
Yeah, we were just chopping it up because you know, Blake, I was kind of doing the same thing, you know. I mean, we were kind of really heavy in the car scene out here as well too. And RIP Instagram. But anyway, yeah, me and Blake were kind of big in the car scene. And we were both in finance, right? Were you in finance at one point?
I was in the finance before you came.
Yeah.
I had left when I moved to Baltimore.
Got you. And yeah, man. So like during this pandemic, I know for me, like I just a light switch hit off for me. You know what I mean? Like even before the pandemic, honestly, but things just started manifesting for me. I was just like, man, why am I, you know, putting all this money away on this liability that I can't make an asset when I can, you know, start investing in some more assets and stuff like that. Like even a car is not always a liability.
Yeah, it's
you know what I mean?
Sometimes.
Yeah, so it's just like it just didn't make sense for what I was doing. I was working from home. You know what I mean? So, like, it didn't make sense.
But you was looking good, though.
Hey, I'm still looking good.
My man was pulling out.
Yeah, that Charger was definitely something.
Yeah. RIP Silver Surfer Scat. But tell us about your story, man. So, what made you switch it up for your end?
What made me switch it up was that, like, the car game just getting ran out by police all the time, or everybody really switching to plastic dipping and not really taking the time to build your car. I remember when I came in the game, I didn't have much, but I put what I had in to build my car because that was what I wanted to do. It wasn't for the sport. It was because it was in me. It was never like, let me do this for a season. This is to get fame. None of that. Like my parents been building cars, my uncles, everybody around me built cars. So when I found a way to do it and had fun, I took off with it. And it has motivated a lot of things just to keep it going by a car.
What was the first car that you built?
Crown Vic. I had a Crown Vic. Got it from my uncle. And it was white. It was like a police car. I had a police grill and everything.
He was one of them. You thought you was that nigga.
Nah, I didn't.
People just get out your way, huh?
I ain't gonna lie, like, I seen Crown Vic boys, like, I was like, damn, that's gonna look good. Then I was like, that's not it. It was cool. I had got it painted. I got some wheels. I think I tore my wheels up like 24 hours later. Messing around with the plate of roads, like, tore my wheels up, took them all. One day I was riding by, I always said I wanted a Tahoe Z71. Always wanted a 99 box. Could never get one for a decent price. Riding past the dealership one day, I seen a burgundy one. I said, I'm going to get that. Called my father. He said, well, you said, I'm at the dealership. I said, come get me. Traded my car and everything. Took all my stuff out that day. Put it all in my truck, went home. I think like 2 weeks later, I went to North Carolina, got some wheels from, what's it, House of Toys? House of Toys we always go to. With the House of Toys, I got 26s. I was 19 pushing cars. Like, that was like the ultimate motivation to see where I came from today. To build the Crown Vic, to lead a Crown Vic, to go to the truck, and to see where I'm at now. But
the Tahoe was definitely goes.
Oh, yeah.
Especially back then.
Yeah,
the
Tahoe was like everything. I don't know what made me like a Tahoe.
Everybody did. Because I wanted one.
Lay that back seat back. What you talking about?
Them good back seats and the good third row. Take the third row. We only need that.
Yeah, you don't need that. What do you need that for? Ain't no kids out here right now.
There wasn't no kids.
Not back then.
just the sixes was just everything. I was just pulling up. I remember everybody just saying, "How'd you do it?" I was pushing carts at Walmart. Like anybody could do it. So tell me you can't do it, I'm gonna just laugh because I did it with nothing.
So like pushing like carts.
Like pushing cars through Walmart parking lot to put them inside the building.
That was his job.
That was so fucking crazy, brother. I heard a story. I forgot the guy that owns Weather Channel now, but that's the shit that he did. You know what I mean? Like, he used to push carts and stuff like that. Like a lot of people don't realize like these millionaires and billionaires, currency, cash is still cash. So like if they see a penny, they're gonna pick that penny up off the ground. You know what I mean? But a lot of us be like too prideful.
Not me.
Not me.
I used to collect piggy banks.
Yeah,
because I used to collect change.
Yeah, like that shit add up.
I'm gonna pick that penny up. Like it's gonna go to something.
Right.
It might not work today. Stack a bridge for later.
Yeah. It's about making your money. Make money for you too, you know what I mean? You need all that. So, you know what I mean? I'm gonna, give you a little bit of shine, man. I want to just say congratulations,
Thank
bro.
you.
I know you just purchased a home, you know what I mean?
Did. It's a good experience, but a little bit stressful because of the waiting process, but that was due to the pandemic. Yeah. Other than that, if it wasn't a pandemic, it would probably took me less time to find a home that I wanted. Yeah. And I was also particular on the home I wanted. I didn't want to be nobody's heights, nobody's avenues. And I wanted a place where if I park my cars, I don't have to worry about nobody hitting my windows just to be petty or just because they was bored. So it took a minute to find a process, but when it happened, it went smoothly once it was done. Yeah. So the transition was a little easy.
Talk to us about the process a little bit, man. Like of buying a home. Like, what did you have to do? Like, if you're comfortable with it, like,
yeah,
you know
I'm
what
fine.
I mean? Okay.
The process was mainly getting your credit together. Like when you're young, if your credit not together when you're young, like it's gonna be a problem. So I did mess my credit up. So it took me. I was a little bit more motivated than a lot of other people. So when I wanted the process, I think it took me 2 whole months. It took me from November to January to fix my credit. I fixed everything.
At all.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
I fixed everything. Any collections, any credit cards, like it all got paid off. Whenever they called me and told me I needed to adjust this, I adjusted that. It was paid for, done. Like if you told me pay this, I was calling you back in 5 minutes. It's paid for. Here's the receipt. It's on your way. Cool. Next step. Got approved, and they was like, you gotta be a 620. I think I had to get a receipt from somewhere about a medical bill. I think I sat on the phone for 2 hours for a receipt just to make sure that the process was there. So I would say that for me, it was a 620. I got the 620 school. The savings, your savings account or your checking account. You can't buy like a rack of shoes and party and buy bottles. You had to show accountable that you can afford it. So it's like doing that process. If you don't have self-control, it's not going to work. Right. So like if you got one bank account, that's your bank account coming out of everything, they're going to be like, oh, so why'd you just spend $500 at the club last night? We know you have it, but you're not being responsible. You about to take on a mortgage. So you had to like kind of like chill. For me, going back to cars, like I like cars. So I buy some car parts. I chill. I might buy some shoes and chill. Then it was like, well, you spending too much at one time. You got to chill for us, please. So I had to stop for like a month. I had to go cold turkey. It kind of blew me. Couldn't get what I wanted because we all know shoes is hard to get now. So if you miss the release, it's too hard to get it. A lot of cars that I have had to put on hold to hold the responsibility now. Right.
So how long? So when they ask you for your bank statements, how long did they want to see that regularity of you not spending?
That regularity was, I think we went back as far as 2 months, and then we went 2 months. Then one day it was just like she wouldn't talk to me for like a week. The lender wouldn't talk to me for like a week. Then she come back, I need this week. Or I need to see what paycheck is coming here. Or why do you have this going here? What bills do you have? So it was just like they would randomly call you just to make sure you're not doing it. And sometimes it would be on a Sunday. Like I could have just got done partying, but on a Sunday they'd be like, "Oh, so why'd you spend this?" But me being me, I knew what I was going to do, so I didn't spend it. Now, if you're the type of person that can't sit in the house and can't sit still, or we all like to eat good, so if you can't sit back and be like, let me go to Chick-fil-A instead of going to Ocean Prime, they gonna be like, oh, so why'd you just go spend $400 on dinner? Like it's a lot to it.
Yeah. That's. I'm really glad that you brought that point up, man, because a lot of people don't know that part about the home buying process. I haven't bought a home yet, but I've been doing my research and everything like that. Like I know a lot of banks and stuff like that. They want to see like 3 or 2 months bank statements. And,
they want to see if you spending like, I know for me, like buying juice. Buying juice in Arizona is in waters. So I would always buy waters. And they was just like, buy a case. Buy a cooler and buy a case because you're spending $1. You're spending $2.
They actually like coached you through this though. Like some people just be like, nah, you can't do it. And they don't give you an explanation. They actually were giving you like
Well,
actual game.
I did have one person. He kind of like pushed me off to the side. He was just like, your credit score is not high enough, but wouldn't tell me what I had to fix after I fixed everything.
Yeah.
There was some other minor stuff that we can't see.
Right.
Maybe certain credit people can see, but we can't see. So I had old stuff I couldn't see. So he just trying to push me off to the side. So my next lender, like, she was on the phone with me telling me, like, this is what you have to do. This is what you need to do. And then I got approved for my house, and I was good. And then it was just basically came off of me spending little money. Like, I might go buy a T-shirt. She was like, stop buying little stuff. Just rock out what you have and get it later. Like, the whole thing about the water was like a big wake-up call. I really will go to the gas station and get 3 bottles of water 3 different times a day.
That's
so
like $6. Like,
yeah. So she's like, go buy a
case.
Yeah, buy the case and buy some ice and sit down. And that's what it took. And that made me like go back. Let me start packing my lunch. Let me stop buying shoes. Like, it got serious. And to the day, I still carry those traits.
Yeah, and that's good, man, because those are good traits to have, you know what I mean? Like, when this pandemic first started happening, man, like, I'm not going to lie. I was in the house with it. Like, my job said, okay, we're going to work from home. Yeah. I was ordering everything, okay? Like, Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, who out here? You delivering? Like, I was ordering every fucking thing, man. And, like, that shit's not good for you, you know what I mean? You know, I started racking up debt and stuff like that. Like, oh, shit, I got to pay this shit back. What am I doing?
Yeah, I remember when it first hit. When everybody, I was in the plate at the time. I had came back home to visit my parents. Mm-hmm. And they was like, I think they was out of town. And they was like, can you go to the grocery store and get us some food so when we come back? Because there's no food. They was coming back from out of town. So I was like, I'm going to the store. Only thing that was left was like TV dinners. Oh, yeah. So I ended up having to go farther out to get the food for them. But it was just like, why did everybody take all the food? Then like when I went back to work in D.C., it came back to I had to start eating carryout because I couldn't pack my lunch. Yeah. And it was just getting, the pandemic really changed a lot of people.
It did, man.
Just as a little bit of advice from me coming from the real estate background, just to piggyback off what he said, a way that you can make that process easier if you are looking into buying a home is having more than one bank account, making sure that you're making one bank account your serious account and your other account where you budget off your money, where you can spend what you want to spend. You don't have to be held accountable for those purchases. So basically, if you have direct deposit, you might want to split your direct deposit up and have your regular income going to one space, and then having your little bit of budget, your spending money going to another account, and you only have to give them the account of which you are submitting to them for the bank's approval. However, make sure that your budget isn't too big. If you make $5,000 a month, you don't want to put $1,000 in the account that you're showing the banks and $4,000 for you to blow. Okay, so make it make sense. Okay, that way you don't have to explain purchases. That will make your process easier.
And that's her old boss question right there.
I mean, yeah, that worked too.
But you just got to make sure that the numbers are right, that you're not tapering too much off of the account that you're showing the banks, okay? Yeah. But then you won't have to explain your water purchases. I mean, but when you run out of that money, you just can't go back to the other account.
Yeah, I was using the main account for the water. My side account was more like, this is what we're going to go have fun with. Mm-hmm. But when they seen like, when they ask for your W-2s or they ask for your pay stub, like, oh, so where is this going? And I got to explain that too, but then they let it go because it was being responsible. It wasn't too much. It wasn't too much going on and not a lot being spent. So they was like, "You're fine. You're being responsible." So that was good help right there.
That's good to know, man. That's good to know. But like I said, congratulations on your home business as well, man. I really appreciate the gems from you guys with that. That's super dope. So talk to us, man. NonStop Auto Source, man. Talk to us about this business. What is NonStop Auto Source?
NonStop Auto Source is a storage, automotive storage for cars, old school cars, high-end cars, and bikes. We done had boats in there too. Okay. But it's mainly a storage for people who, I guess, who have houses. I want to say mainly people who have houses who might not have a garage, or they might be in the military, they might be gone. You have some people who want to hide cars from their other half or hide it from their kids so their kids can't get it in the middle of the night. So you might got that $100,000 old school. You don't want it sitting in front of your house because you already got a Benz that you don't want to bring too much attention. So it's really like, it's like a candy store. It's a candy store for adults. Like, it's all types of old school cars in there. They come and go. You can do month to month. You can do yearly. We have a lot of military people that come in there and they'll leave their cars because they said it's safer than leaving on the base. Because base, I guess, I've never been on a military base, but they said it'd be getting broken into. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, they said a lot of people start getting broken into.
You'll be surprised how many civilians are on base too, though.
I know civilians be on base.
And the cars don't even be like, it be regular people cars. Like, it's no like TVs in them. It's nothing. They're getting snatched. Like, their windows are getting broken for change. So
and you can get out. You just can't get in. You understand?
Yeah.
As long as you're a civilian. I mean, not to say that military personnel don't do janky shit too.
Yeah.
Because I would know. I see it with my own eyes. But it's usually the civilians. As long as they can get on, they can get out. They're still going to do dumb shit.
We got the occasional people, how you say, you like to travel, so you might not want your car sent at the airport.
Yeah.
You can drop it off here. We got a chauffeur business too, so we can take you to the airport if you need us to. You can even go in the most luxurious car. You can go in the most boringest car that we got. In the chauffeur part is our cars. I don't want nobody to think we using people's cars while they out of town.
Oh, yeah.
That's our personal car, so we give you a range to pick from. If you want to go on a date, we got that option too. But it's all around, like, it helps the community for certain people that need it done. Like, I got people that live in apartments. Oh, can I get a space? Yeah, come on. So, everybody don't want a house, so people got an apartment, which is nothing wrong with that. And we just here to provide a service. We do washing and detailing too. We also host events. So, like, if you want to host a car show, pop-up shop, anything that you can think of, you can come rent the space out from us.
Now, when you say us and we, who is this us and we?
It's me, my mother, and my father.
Okay.
So I actually walked in the house one night, and my father was like, we about to open up something. I said, what? I said, a shop. I was like, well, y'all don't work on cars. I'm the only one that really works on cars. Right. So they like, nah, we're going to open up a storage. And I'm thinking, like, we about to open up the yellow storage. I don't know what they call used self-storage, all that. So I'm like, that's weird. All right. Then they came back and was like, nah, we opened up a car storage. And it came off the fact that all of us have 3 cars. Me, my mother, my father, we all have 3 cars. We've always had 3 cars.
6, 9. So 3 cars each, or y'all got
3 cars each.
9 vehicles.
Okay.
So it's always been 9 vehicles.
Right.
So it's
all y'all are car fanatics.
Yeah.
I'm not lying. Like, I remember coming to your house. Like, y'all driveway was always packed. Always. Yeah.
That's where it came from. It was like they got too much stuff. I got too much stuff. It had to go somewhere. So why not introduce a business? And then when they was talking about it, people was like, oh, we don't have nowhere to put our old schools at. We don't have nowhere to put our Bentleys and our Maybachs. So they was like, bring them out here. And it just happened. Yeah. And we was in there like late night. Like my dad was driving all day. Like he would leave home 4:30. We'd be at the shop all night painting, cleaning, putting stickers on the wall, tinting, putting the security up, and it just took off. Like we watched it grow.
Yeah. How long has it been?
I think we're going on our 4th year.
Yeah. Oh, congratulations!
We're going on our 4th year. Thank you.
Yeah. The space is beautiful too. Like it's a really, really nice space.
Yeah, like it was a warehouse.
Yeah.
It was a warehouse before we had it was trash. Like it was dirty. You couldn't breathe in there. Like we really cleaned it and turned it around. We got like an amazing a sitting area. So like if you want to sit while your car's getting detailed, you can. We got a pool table now. So it's like it really transforms area. Yeah, we got a pool table now.
Where you guys located?
We were located at 25 Henry Ford Circle, right by the admissions in Waldorf, Maryland.
Oh, you're around the corner from me. I check you out.
Yeah, so detailing is really like brought the more spotlight on the shop. Like a lot of people know we there for storage, but the detailing has really been there. Like shout out to my father because he be holding it down. Like I go down there and help him, but he really be holding the detail down like all day, every day. Like if it's something I can go in there and help him with, like even at the end of the night when I get off both my jobs, if I go down there and just clean up, I just do my part, like try my best. But if I gotta start washing cars, then cool, I bring back out and start washing cars. Yeah. But then like my mother, she does a lot of the promotion. Then we got shirts and stuff like that. A lot of the events and stuff get scheduled through my mother, but the day to day is my father.
Yeah. I gotta give me a shirt too.
Yeah, family business. I'd love to see it.
And I really appreciate you for coming down too, because I know we've been talking about this for a minute, but he can never get off on a Monday.
Yeah,
he be working. This nigga be working. Though.
My job, they just don't think nobody got an outside life.
Yeah. We've been there before.
Yeah,
we got
once upon a time.
Once upon a time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting back to it now. And with the job and with the pandemic, it's really like making me learn self-respect. I got a life too, so I got
literally money, bro.
Yeah,
time, it's super valuable. You spend that and you can never get it back.
You can't.
And peace of mind is priceless. You cannot put $1 on that.
I'm not gonna lie, that peace of mind I'd be at work tapping on my head like.
What's stopping you from quitting that job? Come on now.
Cars and clothes.
Yeah.
Cars and clothes.
You don't think that if you put the same time into the family business that you could make that back up eventually?
I could, but it's just like I I don't know.
Here come
Like,
the excuses.
No, I don't know.
Like,
It's no excuse. Like, I really don't know. Like, I really don't know. Like, I be thinking about it. Like,
I'm telling you, it is. It is that. It's just as simple as that.
But I will say,
it's just as simple as that.
It is. And when I be at work,
it's fake.
when I be at work though, I really do like I post the flyers on every social media outlet I got. Like, I go on my social media, all the platforms, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, like whatever I got, I try to do it. I got like a lot of friends that's in the car thing. Like I got one friend named LA. Like he shout us out every time I post something. Before I can refresh my page, he already posted. So it's like a big shout out to him. He send calls all the time. So it's like,
that's awesome.
If I can't be there, I'm trying to do my part. Like people call me, I need a wash. If I see random people on Facebook, I need a car wash, I need detail. I'm dropping that flyer. Like I don't care if I'm out in public and your car is dirty. I'm putting a flyer in your window. I ain't putting it on the windshield.
How much is the detail?
I want to say a basic detail, probably 35 with tire shine and all that. And it's like a lot of people, they come, they be like, I don't think it's going to be worth it. When we get done, like, I'm going to be back. And they come back. Yeah, and they bring more people.
Yeah,
I only say that because I get my car cleaned every Friday.
We open every Friday.
And they just, no, I know that. You have some asking, put my ear out there because my place went up on the price and I ain't been happy. I'm like, oh, no.
Man, we open every Friday.
And y'all up the street from me too, so I might have to drop it off on my way to work. Y'all take me back to work?
Depending on how far you are, I think
I'm literally around the corner.
Yeah, if you less than 10 miles.
I'm right next to the NBA.
Oh yeah, because you less than 10 miles, you drop you off.
Yeah, she like, point 10
Yeah, like I'm right there.
Yeah, we definitely did that service too because a lot of people was like, I only have one car, but I want to get my car detailed. I'm like, all right, cool. If you live within 10 miles, we'll drop you off. We'll drop you off when your car's ready. We bring your car back to you.
That's what I need.
So we bring it back to you, and one of us will take us back to the shop. We try to make it like a different type of business just to get the community see us more.
Yeah, it seems like you guys are actually like, it's coming from, it's like you guys are actually catering. You actually are providing a service for people. And it's like, it's not just like transactional. You know what I mean? It seems like you guys are actually
like we really sit there and have conversations. We should talk to you. You know, we see little scratches on your car. We'll talk to you before we wash it or in the middle of washing before we wax. Like, hey, this is it. I'm going to try my best to get it out. We got some people that just come up there to hang out some nights. Like, some nights after we get done, it could really be like a kickback. Like, I've hosted a couple car shows up there just because, just not even just off the business part. It was just like, it's a peaceful environment. Like, I don't got no static from the police just because we sitting there. Like, you know, it's no burnouts. It's no rah-rah. Like, you got to go. Like, I'm kicking you out myself. But it's definitely a different environment than just hanging out anywhere else.
It's different being a business owner too, though. Like loitering as a business owner is definitely different than just hanging out. Like even at my job, like it's different when I'm at work than it is when I'm somewhere else. It's weird. Yeah.
I mean, I like loitering at my shop.
Me too. Because I'm in my head, I'm like, I wish a motherfucker would come around here. Like, you wouldn't speak to who?
Well, so what's loitering? Explain the loitering to people. Because I don't really know exactly.
I guess when you're hanging around, you don't belong.
Yeah,
you the wrong color.
Exactly.
The wrong color.
Got you.
Like if you were to just hang out front to 7-Eleven and the police would have pulled up, you would feel a type of way. You know what I mean? Or you were out there for too long. But when you're outside your own business, it's like I wish a motherfucker would. Like, I'm at work.
It's like you can poke your chest out a lot more. Like, nah, this is mine. You gotta step.
This is me. These are my customers. They're fine. We're fine. We didn't call you.
Right. Our taxpayer dollars are still going to your paycheck next year. Don't worry, we got you.
There's nothing illegal going on out here.
Yeah. That's super dope, man. Okay, so what events have you guys done so far? I know I've been to at least one or two of your events, and they were lit. They were definitely lit. I know the party.
We had 2 car shows so far. The first car show I think was what you came to, and that was like the first one ever. And I didn't expect the turnout to be how it was.
That was super. That was lit. That was lit.
So that was like the first one we had. We had everybody posting it. Like I think we paid for promotion. We paid for everything. Like we paid so many people just to promote it. I was dropping flyers and people inboxes that didn't even live in Maryland. I remember I had somebody said they came from Baltimore. Yeah. They came from the county, like Harford County, Baltimore. Yeah. And it was over. And they was like, man, we just wanted to come show y'all love. So it was like that one was good. That one hit good. Yeah. We had SS Takeover Slingshots.
Okay.
Yeah, so we had them come. They was on like their rally, so they started at Buzz Creek and went to a couple other places. Then they came to our shop and we had a fish fry. So they did the fish fry, and then they.
Hey, where was I? I was at the fish shop. Where was I?
We had regular cars there though too. Okay. We had regular cars there too. We had a fish fry / cookout, and they came through. I think that was over like 60 slingshots.
Damn.
So that was 60 slingshots and some cars. The second one we had was like a regular car show. I don't remember the name of it. That was a good turnout too. And we had a crab feast. A lot of people came to the crab feast too. A lot of aunties and uncles. But it was different. It was definitely like, I ain't think people like crabs that much, but we are in Maryland.
What? Nigga, we in Maryland.
They didn't know us.
We are in Maryland.
No, for you not to know us.
All you gotta do is say crabs.
Crabs,
Bro,
bro.
it was like, what's up? Where you come from? They was like, oh, we just seen the
crab
flyer,
party.
so we came. I was
Right.
like,
Crab
oh,
party. It's all you gotta say.
Crab party, you and Walter, niggas, bruh. Niggas
Auntie
pulling
just
up.
pulling up. Like,
They
auntie
pulling
just
up
pulling
anywhere,
up. And they
bruh.
want to pull up, bring all their homegirls.
Yeah, I had to
exactly.
question my parents, like, that's one of y'all friends? They was like, no, we don't know who they are. They was paying. We was like, cool, they can sit down and eat then.
That's lit.
And it was no drama, that was something that we did too.
I've been wanting to throw an event at my establishment for the longest. We're going to have to talk. I don't even know where to begin.
Oh yeah, I mean we right here. We beginning. Off air. That's super dope. Do you guys have any events coming up? Or
We have one, I think I want to say the 16th of June. We got one of June.
close
It's a
to
Friday, because Juneteenth.
Nah.
Juneteenth is a
The
Friday,
19th.
the 19th, right?
Nah, it's not the 19th. It's on a Sunday. It's a local car club from Waldorf. So Southern Maryland. I'm going to say Southern Maryland because I think they from like Calvert, St. Mary's, or Waldorf. So that's the next event that's coming up in the shop. And we working on starting the Cars and Coffee.
Okay.
Like, at least
Oh, that'd be
twice a
dope.
month.
Good next.
So yeah, we doing Cars and Coffee next. And we trying to do like an old school night. We just have to figure out what day to do it on.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's starting to transition to go back to work. So to have an old school night, to have a lot of the old cars come through and to do certain stuff like that. So we definitely trying to have that event like that. And I think my father said he want to start like a fish fry Friday. So like you can
Every Friday.
you can chill and get your plate, or you can get your plate and leave and chill, whatever you feel. But it's about like a fish fry Friday or something like that, or fish fry Saturday, however he feeling. But it will be announced. But it's a lot of stuff that we just trying to put together. But for right now, we just been busy with detailing.
Your location is job perfect too, because it's like in the cut where it's like out the way where like, you know, I mean, y'all can have events like this and don't be too crazy, but like it's still in the middle of Waldorf, so like anybody can come out there.
I'm
You know
trying
what
to
I mean?
think where on Henry Ford, because I know where Henry Ford is at. I know another business that's on
It's in the
Henry
back.
Ford.
Right by the missions. You gotta go through emissions.
Yeah.
Maryland
No,
not
I know
Auburn.
where Henry Ford is at. No, I actually never gone through emissions. Somebody just told me
Really?
to take their car through emissions every year. I have not taken my damn car at
It's
all.
coming. It's
Don't
coming.
worry,
Don't worry about
coming
it.
in the
I
middle.
had my car since 2013, so 2012 I got it in 2013, and I haven't had to take it through emissions.
You still got your military stuff on it?
No.
Oh, then they gonna tap on your door soon.
All right. Damn, you just put it out in the air now. You already know they're listening like, oh shit, we missed her?
All right, anyway.
Hey, her own boss. Hey.
I know before you get to our shop, it's about maybe 7 automotive shops right there.
Right, because I know what it's a tow truck company that I'm familiar
Big
with.
Benz.
Yeah, Big Benz.
So
I
if you
know
come
where they
past
at.
Big Benz, to the right, you're going to see a whole bunch of box trucks. And then you're going to see a red dump truck. You cannot miss. It's a big red dump truck sitting in the
Okay.
gate. And we right there. Like, it's 25 on the building, and that's us. We there every day past 9 o'clock.
Okay.
9 a.m. Yeah, 9 a.m. we start washing.
Okay.
I just want to say that.
So, during this, like you guys said, you started 4 years ago, and you know, obviously with this pandemic that came around, has this affected your business in a positive way, negative way? Like, were more people trying to store their cars now, or less people coming around? What would you think?
During the pandemic, a lot of people didn't store their cars. We still got a couple of cars to get stored. It was a lot of people getting their cars washed because they were scared of the corona. So it was a lot.
My car got the Rona, baby.
Wow.
There was a lot of people but for a long time we did not go inside the cars. So like if you came, we might have sprayed your car with Lysol, but we never got in. Or if you was like, man, I really need this done, and we like sometimes it's like, oh, so you work by yourself, or you in the home, you in the house by yourself, then we would do your inside of your car. But a lot of people we was not doing a lot of inside stuff at the beginning of the corona.
Yeah.
As it went on, and we found out, we even got our own disinfection. We got our own disinfectant spray. So we started spraying that in the cars, let it sit for 5 minutes, or we spray a lot, and we go take care outside of your car. When we come back to the inside, it's clean.
That's dope. You got So you gotta find a way to make a way. You know what I mean? You didn't let it stop you.
It's nonstop.
Hey, that's a plug right there. I feel you. It's nonstop.
It slowed down maybe for like a good week or two. Like when the pandemic first happened, it slowed down for a second.
It shut the whole world down for like 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, nobody knew what to do.
What didn't really help was that they was doing COVID tests at the admission shop. So they had the army right there at the beginning of the circle. So it was like only us three can get back there at the time. So it was like, they was like, oh, so how we get back here? So we had to figure out what days they were doing the COVID test to open the shop. Like, it was pointless to open it if nobody was like, it was really like, I was in the National Guard. I don't know what branch that was there, but it was right there with the state trooper in Charles County. Like, where you going? Like, I had to have this shirt to say I was going around, and it was like, all right, well, go ahead and go. But we couldn't have like frequent customers, or we had to wait till they left to bring people around because they started forcing people to go do COVID tests.
Wow. Who came up with the name?
My mother. We actually had a dump truck too. So the dump truck was NonStop transport. We sell cars too. That was NonStop Auto Source. No, it wasn't Auto Source. That was Auto Brokers. We got NonStop Apparel. So everything is just nonstop because we always just expanding.
Okay.
Gotcha. That's my next topic. So what we expanding to do, bro? Like what's next for NonStop Auto Source and y'all's brand? Like, you guys looking at more shops, like opening up more locations? You guys more focusing on just building this one up? Like, what you guys looking to do?
We focused on either part 2 of the shop, like another shop in like a different location, like maybe like farther up the road, or like maybe like
Baltimore.
Maybe Baltimore. Baltimore does have some cars. Like Baltimore has some sneaky cars. I done seen some things in Baltimore that I was surprised to see.
Baltimore is a major city.
It is.
No reason to not think that it would be popular.
And it's being gentrified right now too. But I don't even want to speak about it on the podcast that much, but yeah, it's being gentrified.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And the only problem with that is too that by the shop being where we at now, we all three of us can get there. So like it's 24 hours. So if somebody has a store their car, you want to get your car in the middle of the night, you tell us 2 hours before we can go pick it up. So by being in Baltimore, we had to find somebody who we can trust as if it was one of ours to go open the door, because it might not be no little Prius in there. It might be a Ferrari or something. So it's like you gotta be mindful of the customer. You gotta be mindful of us. Like if you take the car, like if somebody robs the cars, then what do we have? Yeah. So like by it being too far, it's like kind of like a risk.
Insurance.
Yeah.
That's what you got. You better be licensed, insured, and bonded.
We are, but
you're fuck the risk. Let's go.
Right.
It's like, no, you definitely want to make sure that you take care of this shit. But at the same time, especially for me, just listening as a black business owner, we gotta stop being fearful of shit like that, because at the end of the day, these white businesses, they not worried about that shit. As long as they licensed, insured, and bonded, shit is happening.
Yeah, but black
don't
people,
let that hold you back.
But black people also like to snake people too. So it's like, if we trust somebody and they undermine us,
people too.
That's true.
That's
true. Everybody got sneaky.
We gotta start holding ourselves to that standard and stop acting like we are really that bad. Because it's like they've conditioned us to think that that's what it is. When you know that when somebody hired you, you wouldn't do that shit. Yeah. And if you hired me, I wouldn't do that shit. Right. And if you hired him, that's 3 people in this room right now. We're black. Yeah. So we gotta flip it. We can't be thinking like, oh, people bad.
It's definitely been talked about either another part of Maryland or like down south, like Miami. You know, the jet ski rentals, the over. You know, like the boats. You know, the Rolls Royce.
I'm looking for a reason to go to Miami.
Yeah, I'm same here. Like,
it's definitely been discussed to have either part 2 or a bigger building in a different location to have, like maybe like off of Crane Highway or like somewhere in a major part where everybody can see that we have car wash, that we have detailing, like, you know, that part. So it's definitely been discussed about where would the next location be, or to build up this one. But this one has gotten so popular to the point now, like if we walk around, we got jockeys. So we walk around, like, oh, y'all from NonStop? I heard about y'all. We heard y'all been washing cars in stores, and then people come like 2 days later, or people just pop up. Can you wash my car?
I'll be there Friday.
Right.
So I mean, it's definitely been talked about. It's just not a for sure thing yet, but our location is definitely getting there. Like this summer should be a really good summer considering that everything was closed last
year. Yeah. And you guys made a major name for yourself. Like you guys, like I said, like people know where y'all at and everything like that, man.
Yeah, for it to be like a random name just to pop up and say, oh, who are y'all? It took off. That first 6 months was shaky. Then like after the year, it's like, all right, everybody know who y'all are. We gonna start doing this now.
Right. So, any other businesses that you're involved in, stuff like that? Like, I know you mentioned NonStop Auto Stores, like the apparel and everything like that. So, talk a little bit more about the other stuff.
I got a business of my own called 94 Ways.
Okay.
And that is power washing, junk removal, and is turning into box trucks as we speak.
Oh.
So
junk removal?
Yeah, junk removal.
So like, if I got a house that I need to empty out, so I can call you.
You can call me. If I'm off, I got you.
Okay,
That's my biggest thing is like she said, excuses, but it's not, just gotta jump all the way out there. But I have been doing like slight junk removal and stuff like that. So like people moving out might go get this stuff out of the house and throw it in the dump for you. So that's what what I've been focusing on in power washing.
Okay.
You been doing it by yourself, or do you have some friends?
I've been by myself. Every once in a while, one of my two brothers will come and help me, and we split the profit. It's not like I just want to get the name out there for right now. So that's all I've been doing, and cleaning. We also do floors, like so.
Oh, dope.
Gym floors, tile floors, bathroom floors. So we can do it all.
Okay, good. Awesome. I'm gonna talk to you more about that too. Yeah, look.
Yeah, we try to be well diverse.
I feel you, man, and I'm gonna need a NonStop Auto Source shirt as well too, because on this show now I'm gonna try to start rocking more people's brands and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like we should be, if I'm not, I want to be a prosumer. You know what I mean? Like if I'm gonna spend my money with somebody, I want to see where it's going. You know what I mean? I really respect your business. I respect her business. Like I want to put it in there. You know what I mean? Instead of people who don't know me. You know what I mean? So Blake, thank you so much, man, for coming through, bro. Like this was lit.
I like this episode.
I love this episode. Actually, this was a great episode, man.
I'm
You got any more?
energy. No, I don't have any more questions.
Good. Okay, cool. So, Blake, go ahead and plug in where they can find NonStop Auto Source. I know we talked about the address or whatever, but if you want to go ahead and just give y'all social, your address, how they can reach you guys and everything.
All right, so NonStop Auto Source, you can find us on Instagram, NonStop Auto Source. It is a page for the cars. You can't miss it. Facebook is NonStop Auto Source. You can like the page and you can follow us. I believe we have a Twitter, probably NonStop Auto Source. I'm not sure.
It's gonna be up there tonight.
It'll be up there eventually. It might be hyphenated or it might be all one word. That my mother was responsible for that one. And NonStop Apparel, it just says NonStop Apparel and NonStop Auto Brokers. Everything, no spaces. But NonStop Auto Source is the main page where you can contact us for everything. We 25 Henry Ford Circle in Waldorf, Maryland, right by the admissions. It's a red dump truck out back. Like you cannot miss it. We there, automotive, storage. If you need a chauffeur for the night, for date night, you don't want to drive your own car, you want somebody's chauffeur, you want to feel luxury, come talk to us. We got good rates.
What brand is this? I've seen this place before too.
I'm gonna say, y'all got a website too.
Yeah, we do got a website. That one is you can book your appointments and you can reserve your storage space too. And we do offer military discounts too.
That's super dope.
And long term.
More detailing too?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so.
Yeah. That's dope, man. Yeah. Well, Blake, thank you so much for coming through, man. We're super glad that you was able to come on this episode, bro. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for this.
Yes, thank you so much for coming to the Top Hill Podcast. I hope all of our listeners enjoyed this episode.
Yeah, so you guys, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Also on Apple, don't forget to give us that 5 stars at the bottom of the page. We appreciate you guys. And we'll see you guys on the next episode. I'm your boy Imani Boss.
And I'm your girl Jamila with her own boss.
Thank you so much, Blake, from NonStop Auto Source again. Thank you to Quality Touch Studios.
No problem.
We out. Peace.